Hey guys, this is Nishant from technokick.com and today I will be reviewing the Gionee Elife S7. So let's get started. So the Gionee Elife S7 is one of the sexiest phone I have ever used. It literally makes everyone wow seeing this phone.
Wow!
This phone is slim. With slim I mean 5.5 mm. On the looks department it literally kills everything. There is glass on front and back and have metal on sides. It literally feels as if you have sandwiched the components inside two glass panels. On the front there is the earpiece, front camera and some sensors. Then the 5.2 inches Full HD Super AMOLED display. There are no physical buttons but rather the buttons are on the display itself. On the right you have the volume as well as power button, which in my use have not created any problem. The clicks are tactile and there are no signs of rattling, which is often observed in the phones. On the left is the SIM tray in which you can add two micro SIM cards. On the bottom you have the microphone, micro USB port to transfer the data, a speaker and a 3.5 mm jack. This makes it very easy to keep the phone in pocket while listening to music. On back you have a 13 megapixel camera with Sony sensor. Coming to the build quality, even though it feels as if you are holding a delicate piece of glass, but it is a heck of a device. The Elife S7 is made up of high tensile strength magnesium alloy, which makes sure you don't get this. I mean it. Well, this is because the phone has a U-shaped skeleton type structure, which makes sure you don't bend it in your pocket. Coming to the display of the phone, as said before, the Gionee Elife S7 features a Full HD Super AMOLED display. This isn't the best Super AMOLED panel made by Samsung, but it still is better than a lot. The sunlight visibility of the phone is good, viewing angles are good as well. Now in a Super AMOLED display, whenever there is something black, the pixels aren't turned on. Hence, first the blacks are super sharp and second, you don't use that much battery even when using the phone. Now out of the box, the display is a little pink, but you can change it by going into the settings. Coming to the OS, this phone runs on a custom UI based on Android Lollipop. The phone was released with the Lollipop itself and there is no information regarding the Marshmallow update. From last 7 months, I got only one update, which was a small update for adding other languages. Amigo UI is known for its simple and smooth UI as well as giving many customizability options. Like other Chinese manufacturers, this device also lacks an app drawer, rather just a home screen which handles all your apps. On the home screen, you can edit things like transitions between different screens and desktop blur. When digging into the settings, you get a hell lot of options like double tap to sleep, double tap to wake, lock screen gestures, touchless control and whatnot. When the lock screen gesture is toggled on, while the phone is locked, you can still open specific apps by just drawing the letter of the specific app. Like if you draw a C, the camera will open. The similar goes for many other apps. Another feature which I really like is touchless controls. You can control your phone by just waving your hand over the phone. Here you can see me seeing the pictures without even touching the screen. In Amigo OS, when you slide from the top, you don't get the quick access bar, rather just the notification bar. Very similar to the iOS, you have to slide from bottom. So now in the quick access bar, you have many options like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth rotation, auto rotation and also the brightness. You can even open the calculator or even glow the torch from the quick access bar itself. Amigo UI also brings other features like the theme park and chameleon, in which you can theme your phone just like your surroundings. As you can see, it is scanning the environment around me through the camera and then changing the colors of my theme. Amigo OS also has a feature named System Manager, in which you have several things. The first and foremost is the cache clean, in which you can clean all the rubbish and any other unused thing which you don't require. The second is the app manager and the third is the power manager, which we all need a lot. So there are three modes in total. The first is none and the second is normal mode. What normal mode does is that it removes shiny colors which your display has. Reducing it makes the phone consume less battery as it is an AMOLED display. The third is the extreme mode. In the extreme mode, the phone turns off the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and any other data connectivity, and also reduces the color to black. As you can see, the black color that thus reduce the power consumption of the phone. Overall, I feel Amigo UI is a great OS but lacks a little refinement. One of the most important aspects of any phone nowadays is the camera. This device features a 13 megapixel camera which can shoot 1080p video at 30 fps. The camera app is one of the best stock camera app I have ever seen. It has multiple features with absolutely no bugs. You can also select several modes like night mode, HDR, panorama, professional, etc. But there is no use of a good camera app when you don't have a good sensor. The camera of the Elife S7 is absolutely fantastic. You can see in these samples it captures sharp and detailed pictures, although sometimes you may get a little oversaturated images. As you may know, I am a student. I often capture images of some notes, and this phone comes really handy as it focuses really fast and gives detailed pictures. Coming to one of the most essential aspects of the phone, performance. The Gionee Elife S7 comes with a MediaTek 6752 processor coupled with Mali T760 GPU and 2GB of RAM. It is an octa-core processor with each Cortex A53 core clocked at 1.7 GHz. I won't say that this phone is a performance beast, but it does the work really well. I have more than 50 apps in my phone and it still is buttery smooth. Coming to the benchmarks, the phone gave a score of 44,000 on Antutu, surpassing the HTC One M8, and it gave a score of around 804,000 in Geekbench. While gaming, I did not face any problem whatsoever, be it Asphalt 8 or Hill Climb Racing. The Gionee Elife S7 comes with 16GB of internal memory and sadly no SD card. This can be a letdown for some, but I am personally fine with 16GB of storage. Like literally guys, what do you store in your phone? The phone comes with many accessories including a OTG cable, leather case, plastic case, bunch of screen guards, etc. As this phone looked so good, I started to use a plastic case. But after a few weeks it started to break from the sides, and after say 3-4 months it completely fell off. Well, I am not a fan of a leather case, so I did not apply any case, and after a few days, as you can see, I got a few dents. They aren't really dents but some small scratches and aren't that major, but still they exist and I sometimes feel sad about it. Do note that I have never dropped the phone. The scratches have mainly occurred by just some rough use. You may have noticed these bars on the body. These are for antenna receptions and they work pretty nice. I had no problem with calling. I mostly got full bars or 4 of them. The 4G on the phone also worked pretty well. Even though S7 is so thin, the speakers of this device does wonders. It is loud and crisp. I am placing the mic about 2 feet away and now hear the audio. Coming to the battery life of the phone, the S7 gave me about 3.5 hours of screen on time, which is not at all bad, but as a heavy user, I would have liked if it could last a little more. The phone drops about 7 to 8% of battery overnight, which I feel could have been better too. One of the closest competitor of this phone is the Mi 4. Xiaomi Mi 4 has similar build quality and very similar specs. When the S7 came in the market, it used to cost around 20,000, because of which I was leaning towards the Mi 4. But now, as the price has dropped and it is just about the same, I will choose S7 over the Mi 4 any day. Overall, the S7 is one of the best phones in the Gionee S series. It is not just stylish but performs really well. And that awesome camera is the cherry on the cake. I do feel this phone could have been better if Gionee could have tweaked the battery life a little more and could have refined the Amigo UI. But overall, I will say this is one of the best buys you can get under rupees 16 to 17,000. Well, that pretty much wraps up my video. If you liked the video, then do hit the like button and do subscribe for more such videos. Well, this is Nishant signing off. Namaste.